What is up guys, it's known Epidemic here, and today I'm bringing you my favourite starting 11 of all time. We have the 4-1-3-2 formation, and we have a goalkeeper, a left back, right back, two centre backs, a centre defensive midfielder, a central attacking midfielder, a left midfielder, right midfielder, and finally two strikers. Before I start and give you guys my players, I just want to let you know this is my personal favourite starting 11, so I'm sure you guys will disagree with a lot of the players on this list, but again, it is my personal favourite. Also, the reason why I'm uploading this video is because I want to give you guys a big thanks for 1,000 subs. I promised a good video for 1,000 subs, and I've been working on this video for a very long time, so hopefully you guys do appreciate it, and hopefully you do enjoy the video. But again, thanks for 1,000 subs. I can't believe it, and hopefully you guys continue to show your support. But starting off in nets, we have Manuel Neuer, and he is one of the players that a lot of you guys may disagree with, and you could put the likes of Buffon or Kahn in here instead of Manuel Neuer, but for me at least, he is the most entertaining goalkeeper I have ever watched play personally. So again, it is my favourite, and that is why I have decided to put him in goalkeeper. Left back, we have the legendary Roberto Carlos, the free kick king, and he is an overall great defender and a great player, and that is why he is in my starting 11 as left back. I could have maybe put Maldini in there, but because I put Roberto Carlos in left back, I decided to put Maldini in left centre back. In my opinion at least, Maldini is one of those players that most of us should have when it comes to giving our favourite starting 11. Maldini is a legendary player, and throughout his 25 years at Milan and also his time spent in the Italy national team, I do think he deserves to be on this list completely, and he is probably one of the main people that I would have on this team. Right centre back, we have Thiago Silva, and again, Thiago Silva is going to make a lot of you guys disagree with me, but he is one of my favourite players to watch, and that is why I've put him in here. You could have put a lot of different players in here. You could even put Nesta in here before Thiago Silva and a lot of other players, but I've decided to put Thiago Silva in here because right now he is my favourite centre-back to watch. For my favourite right-back, I've chosen Philipp Lahm, and Philipp Lahm is a great defender and also a great midfielder. He's extremely versatile, and that is one of the main reasons why I have him in my starting 11, but solidly I do think he is best played at right-back, and I'm sure you guys will agree with what I'm saying, for the most part at least. But sadly, Guardiola has decided to play him in central defensive midfielder for the most part, and I disagree with that tactic. But I can't really fault him also because Bayern Munich are unstoppable and it seems to be going well for him. But I personally would put Philipp Lahm in right back position opposed to the centre defensive midfielder position. Moving on to the CDM spot, and I have put Patrick Vieira in here, and personally I don't think anyone is more deserving of this spot than Patrick Vieira. I remember as a kid growing up, I was always watching football. I supported Man United, then I moved to Chelsea and a couple of other teams. But really it wasn't glory hunting at the time because he ended up moving to Liverpool finally, and at the time they were not winning any titles and they still aren't. But anyway, growing up as a kid, I did watch Patrick Vieira, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, Magalhaes, a lot of those great players play in the Premier League, and Patrick Vieira was one of the main people I looked up to. I thought he was an exceptional football player, and still to this day, I don't think anyone has topped him when it comes to being the best central defensive midfielder the football has ever seen. So that is why I've put him in my central defensive midfielder spot, and hopefully you guys don't disagree with that too much. Moving on, I'm going to go from left mid to right mid and finally central attacking mid. So left mid, we have of course Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not really a big fan of debating who's better between Messi and Ronaldo. I think they both have bad traits about them and also exceptional traits about them too. So that is why I do not really like debating Messi versus Ronaldo. But in my opinion, when it comes to left mid, there is no better player than Cristiano Ronaldo. And the only reason why I think someone may not include Ronaldo as their left mid is because they just hate Madrid that much, or maybe they hate United that much and they hate the fact Cristiano Ronaldo flourished at Man United. So I don't really need to explain too much more about that. I think Ronaldo being at left mid is very self-explanatory. Moving on to right mid, I have put Lionel Messi in the right mid spot, and again that is very self-explanatory. He is arguably the best player playing football right now, and he's the only player that I could think of who can leave Jerome Boateng on the ground and pretty much make a fool out of him. He made it look extremely easy, and he does it time and time again. Sure, it might not be someone as good as Jerome Boateng, but nonetheless he does manage to do it very, very easily. Moving on to central attacking midfielder, we have one of the best players of all time in my opinion, and growing up as a kid I remember watching him, and again he was one of my favourite players to watch as a kid, and he was one of my biggest role models as a kid, and that is Zinedine Zidane. He was a genius when it came to anything, when it came to taking shots, when it came to skills. He was just an all-round great player, and I believe for that reason that is why he is one of the most notorious football players to ever step foot on a football pitch. Moving on to the final two players, who of course are strikers. In left striker we have Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo of course, and I can easily say he is in my top 5 favourite football players of all time, and I'm sure he makes a lot of your guys' top list also. If you go and watch his best moments on YouTube, if you're not really familiar with Ronaldo, but personally if you're a football fan, I don't know how the hell you can't be familiar with Ronaldo. But if you go and watch the best moments on YouTube, you will see just how good he is, and he was a magician when it came to scoring, when it came to skills, when it came to all sorts. He was just a genius, and for that reason, that is why I've decided to put him in my favourite 11. The last player we have Pelé, and Pelé, that is extremely self-explanatory. But that is the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like rating, and please comment, let me know what you thought of my favourite starting 11. Is your favourite starting 11 similar to mine? Which players would you change if you made this team? And overall, I am excited to hear you guys' opinions. And before I end the video, I just want to thank you again for getting me to 1,000 subs. I really appreciate it, and I can't say that enough. But that is the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Peace.